You ain't heard of shit like that. Working all night, you know shit like that. Cutting people off, you know shit like that. Not enough money, but I spend it anyway.
What's going on, guys? My name is Noah, but you can call me King No. Thanks for stopping by the channel, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about my experience with bad fucking internet, So, when you go on Xbox, or when you go on your phone, or when you go on your computer or something like that, you want to like watch some Netflix, maybe hop on some Call of Duty, maybe play some CSGO, or whatever you do on the internet. And then when you get slow speeds, man, it just hits you right there. It just makes you pissed the fuck off. And that's exactly how I feel when I get bad internet. So, I mean, I get bad internet from time to time. There's a lot of people that live in my house, so, they're always taking up the bandwidth and stuff like that. But I'm going to be telling you guys a story about this really, really bad internet situation that I dealt with when I was at my grandma's house. So, let's get right into this. So it all started when I went to my grandma's house for the week. It was over holiday break, and I decided, I was gonna bring my Xbox One so I could record some gameplays, maybe make a video or two that week. I was just really relaxing and stuff like that, so I just wanted to get away from my brothers and sisters and all that. So I hook up the Xbox One, and I go there, I turn it on, I set up my Elgato and my computer and all the recording software and all that stuff. And so I turn on the Xbox, I try to connect to the Wi-Fi, and it won't fucking let me. So at this point I'm like, what's going on? So I go on my phone, I try to find a solution, and I try to port forward the shit, and it just doesn't work. Nothing I'm doing works. So eventually, I decided to do something very, very retarded. I didn't know what I was doing, so I logged on to the router. I managed to, get my way in there with some skills that I acquired from hacking my parents' Wi-Fi, and I figured out that the problem was that the router wasn't reading my Xbox's MAC address. So what I did was I ended up whitelisting the Xbox. Don't ask me why. That's the only device that I whitelisted. So after all that happened, every single device in my grandparents' house was just completely disabled. They had no Wi-Fi. And so the next morning, they discovered that they had no Wi-Fi, and I had no Wi-Fi on my devices either. So obviously, I was really, really pissed off. I admitted to my grandma that I made a mistake, and I was like, yo, grandma, I'm sorry. I messed up. I whitelisted my Xbox, and she doesn't know what all that stuff is, because, they're kind of old people, they really just don't know all those, advanced terms and all that stuff, and I don't expect them to. So they were like, alright, Noah, so, we gotta call our Wi-Fi company, Time Warner Cable. So they ended up calling the company. And so my grandma didn't really know how to explain it, so they had me talk to them. And so this girl, she had no fucking clue what she was doing. I seriously don't understand why they hire these people if they have no fucking clue what they're talking about. So I'm just talking to this person. So I'm talking with this lady, and she's completely clueless with everything that I'm talking about. She doesn't know all these terms that I'm using, and she's just confused as fuck. So then about 30 minutes later, she says, alright, sir, we're gonna take you to tier 2. And then so they left me on the phone with this fucking ridiculous, annoying ass fucking music from the 1990s, and I was just sitting in there on the phone just pissed the fuck off, and I was like, oh my god, no, you are a fucking idiot, man. Why the fuck would you do this? So about 10 minutes later, I get on the phone with the tier 2 guy. So I'm trying to talk to him, and I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. So he has he sort of has an idea what he's talking about, but it's still really, really difficult. So to make a long story short, I was on the phone with this guy for about an hour and a half. So after that, he undid the whitelist effect on all the devices in the house, but my Xbox still wasn't working. So I was just really, really pissed off about that. That was the whole reason why I ended up whitelisting my Xbox by accident. I mean, I didn't do it by accident. I just didn't know what effect it would have because I'm dumb as fuck. So then he forwards me to the tier 3 guy. So the tier 3 guy, he says, alright, man, listen, you need to get a wired connection. I was like, oh, what's a wired connection again? Because back then I didn't know about Ethernet cables and stuff like that, because I never really had to use it, because I had bad connection, but it wasn't that bad. I knew what wired connection was, but I just didn't know how to do it specifically. So this guy told me what to do, and I got an Ethernet cable. I found one in the house. I just hooked it up to my Xbox, and I had a little bit of lag, but it was significantly better than not having any internet at all. So that was pretty crazy. I was on the phone in total about 2 hours. Fucking ridiculous. And it's just a crazy fucking story. So if you guys think you ever had bad internet issues, just listen to this story. Just think about my story and think, oh my, thank God I'm not this guy. So thank you guys for watching, and have a fantastic day.